This has been a long time coming. I was sent this absolutely ages ago. I was going to do a full unboxing, but I thought, do you know what? With everything that's been happening, I thought I may as well just really put it through its paces, test it out, and then give you not just an unboxing video, but a review. And this is that video, so we will be getting into that after the intro. That battery pack comes in at £331 at the time of making this video, and that is from their website. The battery comes in two variations. You have a green one, which has got an RCA connector, and then you have an orange one, which has the 3.5mm jack for Cheyenne machines. So in each of these boxes, you get one Rover battery pack, you get a 1835 flat lithium-ion battery with a case, so you get two of those. You also get one USB charger with a cable, and a set of instructions and some stickers. I think I've still got the stickers here. Did I stick them on something? I can't remember now. Stickers. One little extra thing that we had, and I thought it was a really nice touch from the guys at Muso Toku, is they sent us this little note. I thought that was really nice of them. Fair play, their writing is hard to read, but it says they're a very small team and they do everything in-house. They are proud of what they do, and they respect that people love it too. So that is awesome. Nice little picture of the team at Muso Toku. There we go. Oh, there we go. So yeah, I thought that was a nice touch there. Specification wise, the battery has a voltage range of 5 to 12 volts, and that is adjustable in 0.1 increments. But when you press and hold on the button, it does go in increments of 1 volt. So rather than having to kind of go, you just press and hold and it goes up in increments of 1. You get what I'm saying. But if you have a machine that needs a kickstart, or you use cartridges that require to be kick-started, then it does have that feature on the Rover one, but it is classed or called their Nitro Pulse. For brushless motors, they have a customized startup sequence. What they're saying with the batteries is the power level is always maintained without decreasing regardless of the battery percentage. So that means that these Rover ones will provide consistent, clean power output. And after using it for a while, I can say it does. Right up until the point the battery's gone, you will have consistent power output. They also have a health monitoring system, and that performs, let me just check, 1,000 checks a second to ensure that the machine is running smoothly. The size of the battery pack as well is 30 by 69 millimeters. It weighs in at 72 grams with the battery. And interestingly, the batteries are a lot smaller. I should have it to hand, really. 2 seconds. I'm back. Okay, so yeah, the battery itself is a lot smaller than what you'd find with like normal battery packs. So if you look at like, you know, the Cheyenne wireless machines, and even the batteries that are in like, you know, the FEI and stuff, they're those green Panasonic ones. So these are a lot smaller, as you can see. Like one neat little thing, when you put the battery in on ours, it won't happen on all of them, on ours, and I thought this was a cool little thing that they did, is it says, "Hi Taku Show," so that was really cool. So the RCA connector is a heavy duty, hope I don't butcher this, Amphenol, I think I've wrote it down wrong, heavy duty RCA connector. The 3.5 connector is a mini jack that is compatible with Cheyenne machines. The display that is on the front of the battery, that is a OLED 0.49 inch display, and the battery is a 1835 flat lithium-ion battery. Now, when designing the battery pack, Muso Toku decided to focus on what matters the most to artists. This would be consistent power output regardless of the battery percentage, compact size, and which is why they've gone with the short battery, durable connectors, and also their iconic aerospace-grade aluminium design with simplicity in mind. Using the battery, it has been nice to use. It's nice and simple. There's no gimmicks, you know, you just put a battery in, switch it on, turn the voltage up and down. So I like that. Now, one of the things I noticed is more of the weight on the battery is towards the bottom end, so it maybe helps not feel like it's kind of pulling back, let's say, and I think that does help with the overall balance of the machine when you're using it. Because if you have it with a longer tattoo machine, it's going to pull back more. Stubbier machines, it's going to pull back less. Using it with like short machines like the Numa, the Bishop, Bond, the Killer Bee that I've been trying out, the shorter machines seem to feel more comfortable using this. But then when you're using it with like longer machines, like things like, you know, your Cheyenne pen, the critical torque with the RCA connector on there, it makes it that little bit longer and it gives it that little bit of a back pull. So the longer the machine, and even the right angle machines, it does feel like you're going to get that bit of a pull back. It's going to be no different really, I suppose, than using a heavy coil machine with a clip cord. But if you are accustomed to having machines that are well balanced, now that we can have them, then this might be a bit annoying to you. But it would be like that with any battery that's not kind of like, you know, specific to this battery. Another thing you could possibly do is with the shorter pens or the bigger pens, using a counterweight like a stainless steel grip, and that will help counterbalance the machine for you. One feature on this battery pack, which is so simple and so effective, is it's just a magnet. Now, when you're using other batteries and you've got to take them out, it can be quite awkward. But one thing I like about what they've done with this is, if I move my piece out of the way, let me just zoom in. Womp. So if you have a look at this there, so you've got your open and your close. So if you slide it to open, and then you go, I think that is genius. So simple. So that takes the battery out. And if you put a new battery on it, boom, bang it in. Now this is the only bit I find annoying with this, right? The only bit that I find annoying, right, is because you've got to line it up, it can be a little bit fiddly, especially when you're trying to show a camera. Let me zoom this back out. Oh, wrong one. So yeah, that is fairly easy to take the battery out. I do like that. Just something nice and simple, just makes your life easier. It just, you know, slides it off. I know people are going to be like, oh, well, what's the point? You can just take the battery pack off, or you can just take the lid off, put it down. But I think with this, it's a way of stopping you from potentially lose the lid, because the battery comes out with it. You're going to have it in your hand. When you put it in the charger, you put the new battery on there, you're never really taking that lid out of your hand, so it's less chance of losing it. And you know what, as tattooists can be like, I lose things all the time. Definitely fiddly putting the lid back on, so that's something I would say, is a little bit of a con, but not too big of a con. Usability of the battery pack, it's very easy to use. There are no gimmicks or added features other than what it needs. Now, it has got something on there which I do think is really cool, this bit there. Now, they say that they have a machine power sensor, and the power bar indicates how much power your machine is currently demanding in real time. That would be a good way to gauge what machines you're using that are more power hungry than others, let's say. A machine power sensor can be used to estimate battery autonomy, and they also say expect battery duration from 2 hours up to a maximum of 7 hours with each single lithium-ion battery. I gotta say, I've been using it fairly much daily, and yeah, I'm probably getting about 4 hours. I've been testing the Killer Bee with the batteries, like I can only get it up to 12 volts. So I've been testing the Killer Bee at 12 volts. It's one of those machines that starts at 9, and running that daily at 12 volts, it is getting me probably about 4 hours, 5 hours-ish worth of battery life. So I find that, you know, fairly decent considering it's a small battery and I'm running the machine at 12 volts. So yeah, but 2 hours to 7 hours is a fairly decent amount of battery life for a power pack that is so small, because it's quite simple in design, and there's not really many gimmicks on there. Like, it's got a simple menu system. You switch it on and that is it. Like, if you want to check your battery life, you can press and hold down on the power button for 1 second and it will tell you how much battery life you have. But generally, it's your voltage, your battery life, and then you've got that little bar that comes up that tells you. And that is it. It's as if it's got no gimmicks, no frills. It just does what it needs to do, and that's just provide decent power to your tattoo machines. However, I would like to see a session timer on it. That's one thing I would like to see, just because I think, like, the way I tattoo, I haven't got time, especially if you like someone like me, potential ADHD, you might forget to do stuff. So if you've got this with a timer built into it, you know exactly what your sessions are. And if you're charging hourly, you can give people an accurate price. So I do think most power supplies and battery packs should be looking to have a session timer built into them. May affect the battery life, I don't know. I don't make battery packs, but that's just a suggestion. The buttons, they're very tactile. I will say that. These buttons here, they are a nice feel to them. Muso Toku actually said that they tested out loads of buttons, you know, to get that nice kind of ASMR feel, like, you know, when you press them. They feel robust. They don't feel like some where you like the rubber buttons and they feel a bit cheap. These don't. And another cool little thing is like the noise it makes. It's very much sounds like something you would have off a old Nintendo, like an old Mario game on the old Game Boys. And they actually did say they wanted to create that or use those sounds, but they've had to synthesize them themselves due to copyright reasons and so on. You know, there's a lot of thought has gone into kind of just the little tiny details on this battery pack, and I do like that. Aesthetically as well, I think it's got a very, I don't know, I want to say like a quite a steampunky vibe to it with all the like, yeah, you might disagree, like a modern steampunky kind of, do you know what I mean? Like with like that on the top. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. You know, I do like the look of it. It doesn't feel, you know, when I'm holding it, it doesn't feel cheap. So tattoo-wise, when tattooing with this, easy to barrier. You can put it in a bag. You can put cling film around it. You can put barrier film around it. Really easy to barrier. Like I had no issues with it whatsoever. Power output when tattooing with it, I found was clean and consistent, and I didn't have any kind of like drops in power through right from beginning to end, like no start to finish. Even when it was like just about to, battery was about to die, had no problems. It was still providing clean, consistent power output. Now, one thing I will say about this as well, running this on a critical torque at the lowest voltage I could, I felt that the machine still had quite a bit of poke to it, and I was able to do some really nice stipple shading. Like 5-6 volts, I was able to pack color with it, and it just felt like it still had some guts. The only way I could describe it is it had the same feel that you'd have if you're using a power supply. And I think other batteries, they lack that sort of feel to them in the way that they provide the power to the machines. And again, going back to battery life, if you missed it, if I speak too fast because I'm a Welshman, going back to battery life, they say you get 2 to 7 hours off each charge. Me running at 12 volts, I'm definitely averaging around 4 to 5 hours worth of battery life off each charge. And yeah, easy to swap the battery out. I have no issues. Obviously, trying to show you on here, it is, you know, difficult. But I think once you are, like, if I'm paying attention to myself and just kind of looking at it and going, okay, take the battery out, put the battery in, it is relatively easy to open and close and swap out the battery. Charging time? I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know how long it takes to charge a battery, because I literally bang one on charge while I'm using the other one. When the battery runs out, I swap them out, and I just kind of cycle them that way. According to the instructions, it does say, charge the batteries with the USB compatible charger, respect polarity when charging, see LED indicator, remove the battery when the indicator displays on end of charge, and use only compatible around 350 lithium-ion batteries. And it says flat. I don't even know what that is, to be honest. Also, always use batteries from a trusted and reliable brands and retailers. And do not brag about your new Muso Toku battery pack to your studio mates. There's no need. They will ask you about it anyway. It's nice to see that they got a fucking sense of humor there. Using the Rover 1 battery pack has been nice. It's a good, it's one of those things, right, where it just is what it is. It's a good battery pack. It's like, if you just want a solid battery pack that will give you good, clean, consistent power output, that you can swap the batteries out on, and you don't need to buy multiple ones, and you want to get it from a trusted brand, then you can't really go wrong with Muso Toku's Rover 1. It's a decent battery pack. My only cons for the battery pack, really, is that it is the lack of a session timer, and also I would like if it could be modular. So I would like the ability, right? And I don't know if you can do this, Muso Toku. Like, what I think would be cool, right, is the ability, like the old days, where we can repair things ourselves. So like this bit on the front, that it would be cool if that was like, you know, you could take that out and you could swap that, and you had like, you know, magnetic connectors inside. Same with this bit there. Like, if you could remove the RCA connector yourself, you buy the spares off their website. That's just the way I am at the minute, and I think I would like to see the industry go that way, where things become more modular and easy to repair, easy to replace, and so on, rather than having to, you know, completely replace the entire thing, because it literally could be the only thing that's wrong with this is the RCA connector or that bit there. And if it were easy to take off and swap out, then it's less waste and you get more use out of it, and you probably save more money in the long run. So overall, this is a well-built and well-thought-out battery. They had, or it appears that they had, the intention to make it no gimmicks and just to make a power supply in battery form for us as tattoo artists. I have enjoyed using it, and I think I will continue to use this alongside some of my other battery packs to do further testing down the line, and maybe we'll come out with a comparison video as well. So yeah, I hope I've touched on all of the topics or all of the things with this power supply, and if I have missed anything out, pop them down in the comments below and I will answer you, or failing that, I'll make another video or something, but I will get back to you as best as I can. But yeah, I am done. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Thank you very much for watching it. Remember, if you have enjoyed watching it, hit that like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification button to keep up to date with everything that we do. Yeah, just like keep up to date, drop comment, you know, happy days. I'm going, and I will see you in another video, so take it easy.